Now we're on. We're on, and here they come. Hello, everyone. Oh, it's so fun to see so many people joining us already.
Wow. I'm
Wow, right?
impressed with your reach,
Good
Amanda.
morning. I think it's because I told people it was happening and they want to see you, Jennifer.
Okay, well, I feel flattered and hopefully inspiring.
Oh, I am sure you'll be inspiring. So we'll just get right into it. First of all, thank you. This is my first episode, let's call it, of Amanda Haas Talks with ... And Dr. Jennifer Fried is my first guest, and I'm so honored. Jennifer is a friend, but she's a psychologist. She's an astrologer. You can also call her a psychological astrologer. She's the author of many incredible books, including Use Your Planets Wisely. She also has this astrology oracle, which I use almost on the daily for guidance in my life. And she's been featured quite often on Goop, on the podcast Pulling the Thread with Elise Lunan, who's just one of my favorite voices in the world. And more than anything, I think if you're lucky enough to meet Jennifer or work with her or have her do your chart someday, she has given me more insight into my own self than anybody I've ever met in my life. And I think that you can kind of see inside people. It's not just me, Jennifer, but you are such a gift to this world. And your combined talents, I think, between being a psychologist and astrologer, knowing how those work for human beings is just incredibly impactful. So thank you for saying yes to this.
Okay, I feel so fulfilled I could just go back to sleep.
Okay, good.
Anyway, I'm very honored to be with you as well. You know, I've gotten to know you over the last few years, and there's rarely a person that is congruent with their heart and their mind and their soul as you are, and you're a very good friend. So I just want to appreciate you back.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Well, now we can both go back to sleep because my heart, I get this thing where it feels like it's going to explode when it feels good. And I have that feeling today. So, well, I wanted to invite you on to be my first guest for a million reasons, because I'm constantly looking, besides cooking, teaching people how to cook, but teaching women in particular how to feel their best and connect with themselves, right? Kind of what you're talking about. And I think with the time of the year leading into this year of the horse and the fire horse in particular, it's an amazing time to have a conversation with you. And so I would just love to start with you explaining a little bit about what it means to be going into the year of the horse, especially with fire, and maybe what we have to look forward to in this year.
Well, this is an exceptionally big year for women because the fire horse is about agency, autonomy, and then, of course, I have to bring in the astrology that matches it, and authority. So we have this unique call this year to act on our own behalf in accordance with our deepest values. And I want to really emphasize the word action because we've been in a very reflective, dreamy, sometimes deceiving, sometimes illusory time where many things have been engendered and then failed. But this is a time of collating all your knowledge, all your wisdom, and really targeting the places you can be effective.
Okay.
It's all about action. And the fire horse is like, get on the horse and ride. But always think about, what is my desired outcome? Because if you're like me, I have a lot of fire. Sometimes I'm just acting out of reaction or impulse. And
Right.
this is not going to be very wise this year. You want your actions to align with your values and your desired outcomes.
That's really helpful. I think I don't want to bring it too much back to myself and what you shared about me, but I think I can have that tendency to be impulsive as well. And I'll frame it up around kind of what's happening in the world right now, because when you see so many terrible, horrific, challenging things happening to people, my impulse is just to go out there and be like, how do we fix it? How do we help? And you've helped me in the past kind of say, you got to channel that energy into something that's really going to be effective. Like pick something small, pick something in your community. So how do you think we can navigate this energy when we're still having so much coming at us that is really disturbing?
So there's so much incoming, is the way I call it.
Okay.
That we're always dealing with the chaos.
Right.
Always. It's impossible not to, which requires us, and this is very fire horse, very Saturn and Neptune and Aries. It requires us to up our body intelligence more than we ever have. And this is where your nutritious, good wellness cooking comes in, but way more than that. I just wrote an article on Substack. I hope everyone reads it, called You Already Have a Soulmate, and it's about our relationship with our body.
I didn't get to read it yet. I can't wait to hear. Tell us.
It was channeled through me, as often happens, and I'm still vibrating from the information that came through about the body. It's like everybody's been trained to be externally validated, externally referencing, but actually the only mate we have for our entire life from birth to death is our body. This is the year we need to ask the question, how may my love serve you, body? Instead of trying to control, manipulate, or force our body into contorted demands. I think so much of my life, I just wanted to override my body's signals because I just wanted to get where I wanted to get and be what I wanted to be. It's like, you are a nuisance. Just go with me.
Right.
And so now I'm waking up in the morning and saying to my beloved body, first thing, what do you need from me today? Instead of what do I need from you?
That is just such a huge reframe.
Yeah, and it's going to be essential because things are going to come fast, furious, and hot this year.
Fast, furious, and hot.
This is the fast, furious, hot year. And I don't mean just climate, but that will happen too in the summer, like extreme heat.
Right.
So what does this ask of each of us that are on a personal growth path?
Yeah.
That are world citizens? We need to be centered, calm, peaceful, and speak into what we can create instead of the destructive. Because there's going to be a lot of temptation to be more aggressive or warlike with all this fire. Fire is that kind of passionate, sometimes indiscriminate energy.
Two questions. One is, so when you wake up, or if you're speaking to the general population about this, what are the biggest gifts we can give ourselves? Or do you have any best practices for starting your day every day and kind of reframing it like you're saying, what does this body need from me?
Yeah, I have a number of practices because, I do a lot of work with people in the community and I've got to sort myself out before I do that.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I do is I lay in bed for about 20 minutes and I just do a mantra or meditation I was taught in my 20s. And then I do an affirmation of my body and my essence. So thank you, elbows. Thank you, heart, beautiful face. And I give myself a lot of love and I name the essence qualities I want to bring into the day. And I just do that very relaxed in the bed. It's just very easy. Then I get up and I go outside because we have a beautiful porch facing the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
I do a whole series of Qigong, which has totally shifted my life because I grew up very stiff and rigid physically, even though I was athletic. And in early 50s, I learned this Qigong routine from Paul Fraser.
That's what I wanted to ask. I couldn't remember. I was going to look it up for myself.
Fraser, Fraser. It's called The 8 Brocades. You can look it up. 8 Brocades, Paul Fraser.
Okay.
I do this, and honestly, now I can touch my toes. I am 68. I don't have any pain in my body, which is very unusual. Because all my peers are like, oh, this hurts.
I hurt.
And it's not me. I don't have that.
Okay.
So I would really recommend that. And then after I do the Qigong, then I get my little coffee, which I love. And then I come upstairs and I write a love letter to my divine guides every morning, no matter what.
Without fail.
Start off with that, and that all takes about an hour and a half. And I wake up early, and not everyone does, but
right.
That means I'm done with all of that by about 7 or 7:30.
That's incredible. And then, so you write that love letter to your divine guides before you do your other writing?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All my spiritual wellness practices come before I talk to anyone. I do any writing for the public because I feel like, and I really want to emphasize this, to start being centered with the self, capital S, is to have a much better day. To center myself on my ego and what's coming for me and who loves me and who likes me and what's the results, that's going to be a much more tense day.
Absolutely. You've already given me so much to think about. And it's so funny anytime I'm talking to you, I take copious notes like I'm in a college class. Like I could go back to listen to this, but you have actually said to me in the past, like it's integral to my well-being to write with a pen,
Yes.
or a pencil.
You were in the writing workshop last summer.
Yes.
You are a very gifted writer. And some people, that's their gift. And I was talking to a friend yesterday. It's not her gift.
Right.
A great orator. And now you can actually just record anything you want and have it transcribed immediately. So to me, the impetus this year is voice, expression, authority. No more sidelines. No one can be on the sidelines of their life or on the issues at hand. Things are too critical. So we are in a critical year of decisive victory or decisive loss. And we have to really realize how high the stakes are. And what it requires is not that much. It's just being vigilant about your own emotions so you're not adding negativity to the fray.
Right.
Speaking up and speaking out. And this is a huge one. Walk the talk. So this morning we got news. Trump is removing ICE from Minnesota.
We did
that. So I want to say the people are going to be the whole case of 2026. What we do or don't do on our own behalf.
My heart and my head are so full because the other thing I remembered you saying, and I listened to it again today with Elise Lunan, is that you're like, this is the moment of the awakened heart. And you talked about love activism. And I think the reason I have you on my mind so often is when I wake up and let's say I didn't do my self-practice and I just happen to turn on my phone and all of this stuff starts coming at you, it is very easy to feel helpless or not know where to start. And I watch you. You are an activist. You do know how to protest, but I'm curious if you have any guidance for us. How do you show up in the world and make a difference and feel like you're really helping affect that change without anger and, really letting it turn to a negative thing for you when we're trying to move love forward and be heart focused?
Great question. Number one, anger's okay. Outrage is okay. Despair is okay. So I think every single day this week, I've had a really big cry because I feel the tenderness of all the suffering in the world, and it's profound. My own suffering. So I think having a feelings cleanse every day is perfectly okay. But the main thing I want to say about this year is we are who we're with. So be very discerning about who you're hanging out with. Because, for example, and my partner, Rendy.
I do.
I live with the most gentle, kind, positive person ever. If I'm in a tussle or I'm getting myself whipped up, she'll just look at me like, what are you doing? And let's get back to what's possible instead of down the drain of, anger or resentment or whatever comes up. So you want to make sure that you are the person and that you're around the people that say, what can we do instead of what's wrong? What can we do instead of what's wrong? We're not in denial of all the extreme difficulties we each have. But again, the emphasis, especially in the Firey Horse year, is what are we creating? What are we contributing? Those are the questions every day. Even if you wake up and you didn't do your self-care, I guarantee you that if you go out in the world and you interact with people and your desire is to create inspiration and love wherever you go, do that. And that little ripple is everything. Looking people in the eye, acknowledging them, thanking them. All of this is extra important in the year where actions mean everything.
Actions mean everything. This is so incredibly helpful. And I think it helps me understand too, even I feel like if I'm not getting angry or frustrated or losing my mind when I hear some of this stuff come up and the way people are talking, because it's cognitive dissonance. You're like, you can't even comprehend what's coming out of people's mouths sometimes. If I'm not angry, I don't care. Right. And so I think what I'm trying to learn too is how you channel any energy or desire you have to see this change happen into something where I can wake up every day and be like, you know what, doing my work and doing it in a connected, meaningful way can actually help the world. Instead of being like, I don't even have the right to post anything today because other people are suffering so deeply. Like, how can I talk to somebody about how to cook vegetables?
Well, truthfully, having good food and having connection are going to be fundamental to the well-being of the planet.
Yeah.
It's not a
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
How we treat the earth, how we eat our food, how we harvest our food, how we sustain our planet is foundational to anything else going well. And you know this, and I know this because I'm highly sensitive, but if I have more than my 1 cup of coffee, I'm a little bit irritable.
So am I.
So it's also just in the micro, am I inflaming myself or am I calming myself?
Right.
And so there's a lot of choices in the day that are going to be relevant to how you show up. And again, action, showing up is 2026. So
Okay.
showing up means showing up for yourself, showing up for a friend, a family member. I'm very big on marching in the streets. Very Fire Horse thing, the march.
Yeah. Yeah.
With peace and love. I mean, the thing I'm most proud of in all of these various marches is people are behaving well.
I'm in love with the people of Minnesota. I mean, I watch these people sing in the streets and I think this is what it's supposed to be about. Like, they can look at these people and say, we love you. It's okay to become a better person.
Yeah.
They are protesting through love.
Exactly. And then my favorite thing lately, I don't know if you've been following this, are the Buddhists for Peace that are marching.
Oh my gosh.
In DC, and the dog.
Incredible. And the dog.
Yeah.
Will you share with people in case they aren't aware? Because it's so special.
Well, these Buddhists just decided to walk across the country in the name of peace, because that's what Buddhism is about, non-suffering. And then this dog caught up with them, this rescue dog or whatever, and then it became their mascot, and it got hurt, and then they had to take care of it. It's been this whole thing, but if you go on Instagram, I don't know what the tag is, but
I don't either, but I've seen it.
But just, you can look it up. It's so heartwarming, and it's become a symbol of gathering momentum for peace, because as these Buddhists have walked across and become much more well-known, wherever they go, huge crowds of people walk with them.
Yep.
So that's another metaphor.
Okay.
Walk with each other. Walk by my side. March by my side. This is what we're really craving, is to feel like we're part of communities that care.
Okay. And before I ask you, I would love for you to give a tip for everybody according to their sign for how to kind of go through this year. Like, I found that really interesting, like what we can all do. The other thing I wanted to ask is, I was talking to someone about not only it being the year of the horse, but because it's fiery, it is going to move so quickly and it's really easy to feel out of control with things. So it's just, how do we kind of work with that energy when we're coming off of a year or two where we're trying to shed everything and let go? And now it might feel like really rocky, like it's not going to feel stable a lot of the time, right?
Yeah, I think the word of the day and the year for our emotional management is reset.
Okay.
We're all going to be thrown off kilter. Everyone. Through this, through that, think of an earthquake. We're all going to be, where is solid ground? So when I feel myself get really activated and know that I am not feeling grounded, then I just reset. And reset can look different ways for different people. For me, it's movement. You know, I'm a big dancer.
Dance. I love it.
Well, so if I'm feeling very dysregulated, and I often do because things really affect me, I just turn on music downstairs. And even if it's 5 minutes, I rock out and I do it until I feel like I've discharged the energy that's been troubling me. And that's my goal. So I think part of it is when you're feeling off, when you're feeling shaken, when you're feeling dysregulated, when you're feeling frightened, move. You
Move
can
your
walk,
body.
you can dance, you can shake. Another thing I do that's a great practice is rant. I type out a whole rant and throw it away.
Okay, great.
It's not something to post,
No,
but
burn it. You can burn it too, right?
it's good when you're feeling assaulted emotionally to just push it back out through words and then let it go. So there's that, there's dance.
Okay.
And then, of course, there's just that box breathing helps very much.
Great.
So, especially lately, I've gotten anxious. I was in Las Vegas. I felt claustrophobic and I had to go, I'm okay. I'm okay. And I would do the box breathing.
Right.
Enough I could calm my nervous system down.
Do you do equal amounts? So, like, let's say you're bringing in 8 counts and then you hold it for 8 counts. You exhale for 8 counts and you hold it for 8 counts. I literally picture my breath going around in a
yeah. So I'm not a detail person, so I think everything kind of made up. But
whatever
I
you want.
this. The thing I notice works is that real intentional breathing out for 8.
Okay.
And remember it's slow. So it's breathing out and then breathing in and breathing out. And after a couple minutes of that, I really am a much calmer person.
That's fantastic. It is incredible how much the breath can control us and help us actually, and when we're out of control, how quickly you can come back to center by just doing that a couple times. At least I've found with my nervous system, it's life-changing.
And then the really big one that I go to that's foolproof is laying on the bed and holding my cat. Because I keep thanking my cat because these animals are taking on so much because, humans are wildly erratic.
These poor animals.
Animals are just sentient empaths, absorbing the energy. But just the other day, I was just, and then I just lay on the bed and the cat comes and then we're just there and I hear him purring and then my whole body just gets a new wave of relaxation. I think animals are underrated agents of real emotional healing.
I believe it. And I wish I had a pet. I was with my friend's dog yesterday, and I just was like, I just want to hang out with you on the floor and hug you and get love from you. It's probably, I was hearing too how we need, when you live alone, and I've been working on this, that we need other nervous systems to co-regulate, right? And so even if you're really stressed and you might think, oh, I should just not be around anybody right now, I don't want to bring this energy to someone, that you actually do need other nervous systems. And I'm sure with animals that matters as well, right? They're incredibly assuring and comforting.
Yes. And you can foster a little animal.
I have a lot of friends at the coffee shop, all the dog. I joke that I'm literally a golden retriever puppy, but I think we're on the same wavelength, literally frequency wise, because dogs and I are just having a moment and they just come to me and I'm like, yeah, we're good. All right, let's just hang out.
Yes. Let that be a reminder of your true essence. Because that is a great essence.
Oh, good. Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we have 5 more minutes. Do you think we have time for you to go through by sign and just share a little tip for living in the year of the Fire Horse?
If anyone has any questions.
Yes, that would be
on the live.
Too.
While I'm going through the signs, I'll do it pretty succinctly.
Okay.
I can stay on if there's a few questions.
Okay.
All right, so Aries, this is your year. Because Saturn's in Aries, Neptune in Aries, we've got a fire horse. So it is the year for Aries. So be intentional and brave and courageous on behalf of yourself and others. Taurus, this is a little hot and fast for your temperament. So what you're going to need to do is keep your body really strong and aligned with your health, so that you can use the fire to get you moving. Gemini, it's an extraordinary time for you to take the flame of the fire and put it into your creative speaking and writing.
Okay.
For Cancer, this is a time of real confrontation with where you might be emotionally fragile and need to get stronger. So it's an invitation for you to stand on behalf of yourself and know that that's the highest form of nurturing.
Okay.
For Leo, it's very aligned with that spirit of let's do it, let's create. So it's a celebration year. So for Leo, look at all the ways you can celebrate your creative mastery, your creative output, and love and affection, big romance. For Virgo, it's going to challenge you to get out of the obsessive need for perfection and get into the delight of spontaneity. For Libra, it's an opportunity, and I was talking to a Libra yesterday, for the first time in your whole life to ask this question: how will this serve me? Libras are always, how will this serve you? But this year it's about start here. Oxygen mask goes here first.
Okay.
For Scorpio, it's ramping up the intensity. So it's important to have something worthy of your attention, because Scorpio can go dark and with this amount of fire. So fire up for something you want to dig deeply into that's positive. For Sagittarius, it's a time of extraordinary education, travel, and meaning. And I would say if there's any certification you want or diploma you want or a travel experience you want, this is the year to do it. For Capricorn, it's going to challenge you to not be such a rule follower and instead follow your internal ethical guidance. For Aquarius, it's an extraordinary year to put the world vision, the community activism into the personal. Mm-hmm. And for Pisces, it's going to be a time to really get in touch with emotional maturity and make the fire work on behalf of your deepest dreams.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. I love that so much for so many of us, again, taking notes. We did get one great question, which I love so much, was how do we bring other women along on this journey?
Well, to me, I'm always bringing other women along.
You are.
This journey. That's my big draw at this age in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way you do it is you invite them to go with you to something meaningful.
Okay.
I'm not big on chit chat. Amanda knows this. I don't like it. I don't want to hang out and just, gossip. It doesn't interest me at all. But I'm really into going to art classes and mahjong and protests and do something with a woman you'd like to bring along instead of talk to her to try to enroll her. This is not a big proselytizing, evangelizing year at all.
No.
Done.
It's action.
Thing with her, or have a group of women over and make something.
Oh, I love that.
I would actually say this is a huge year for you all to get more with Amanda, because what I envision is cooking, like they used to sit around and knit. Women should all be cooking together.
That's such a great, wonderful idea. And this idea of just bringing people together to do something, I just ties so well into your action. Instead of just talking about what can we do, whatever, just do the thing, right?
Yeah.
And there are so many ways to connect with people where we're not just talking, gossiping, like you said.
Yes. And for example, I have a number of friends that just plan a walk with each other twice a week. And without devices, walking is going to be kind of the best exercise you could get in the fresh air, talking, looking at nature, looking at the city, whatever. Being with somebody is very healing, no matter what. You'll never go, God, I wish I didn't go on that walk.
It's absolutely true.
Unless somebody's spewing negativity. So the rule of the walk for me is we only speak into things that are making us feel fulfilled or joyful or where we need support, but no blasting, because we don't need more of that.
We do not need more of that. And so these are just such wise words. I feel always when I spend time with you that you're speaking directly to me, but you're speaking directly to all of us, and it resonates so deeply. Before we wrap up, can I just share this because it has to do with everything you were talking about?
Yeah.
So you all, Jennifer has this incredible astrology oracle, which you can order online. It's available in many places. And I would encourage you to follow her here and subscribe to her work. It's just, you are so prolific in how much you write. And I learn from you every day. So I can't wait to read your new one. But I just pulled a card before this, and it's so funny. I pulled Saturn.
Whoa.
And I read it.
Authority, double
And
authority.
but it's like you are now responsible for your life, both its consequences and opportunities. You get down to business and make your life work for you. And then the evolving is you've rolled up your sleeves and done your work. You have created incredible lasting value. Other people marvel at what you've accomplished, but it's all about action. It's all about taking responsibility for your own life, I think, which is fantastic, right? We should all heed this wisdom.
Yes, I really want you to get the astrology oracle, and then I want to turn on your subscribers to a book I just read and a woman I just met that I think is a profound book that
Okay.
will be very helpful for the Fire Horse year. It's called It's on Me by Sarah Kubrick.
Okay. I'll
It's
post it.
on Me by Sarah Kubrick.
Okay.
I found it very inspiring, challenging, and helpful. So I hope you'll also look at that.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you for your time today. As always, you did not disappoint as my first guest. I'm going to go listen to this myself again and just absorb all of the wisdom for moving into this fiery year of the horse. And again, as a reminder, Dr. Jennifer Freed is here on Substack. I encourage you to follow her and subscribe if you feel so compelled to do so. You won't be disappointed. And I love you and thank you for your time.
Okay. Bless you and all your good stuff and cook together.
I will. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. See you soon.